Good morning, guys. Thanks for tuning into the channel. David here with another cryptocurrency update. And today I wanted to talk about Bitcoin. You know, our channel primarily talks a lot about XRP and the Ripple community. But today I wanted to try and focus just a little bit of attention onto Bitcoin itself, since we've been having so much activity in the Bitcoin market over the last week, with Bitcoin taking a huge jump from the mid 6,000s to today sitting consistently over 7,700. So Bitcoin is definitely seeing some activity. So I think that begs for the question to be asked: is Bitcoin the dominant cryptocurrency? For now it is, but will it be in the future? And how are we going to look at Bitcoin? Are we going to look at Bitcoin as just a traditional cryptocurrency that is going to be used as a means to transact business, whether it's peer-to-peer or corporation to corporation, or as a cross-border transaction? I don't necessarily think that Bitcoin is going to retain this top-tier status. In the end, Bitcoin, in my mind, is going to be more considered a store of value rather than companies like XRP and Ethereum, which all three of them provide a different service for the people that utilize it. People that use the Ethereum platform are normally developers or builders, and they're getting on to have a place to host their application for incubation phase or for ICO release. And XRP is more used as a cross-border seamless transaction. But the thing is that XRP is starting to go after the same business as Ethereum. Now the problem is, with 100 billion total circulating supply or market supply for the XRP, it'll make that hard for it to become a store of value like Bitcoin will ultimately be, based on the fact that there's only 21 million Bitcoin that can possibly come into existence through mining, or, you know, or any other way to acquire your Bitcoin. The thing is that Bitcoin has actually been lost. So people that pass away, that don't have the appropriate heirs in place to take their crypto and have their keys and their passwords, they'll pass away. Nobody will get access to their crypto ever. And the same thing with Satoshi's original wallet. You know, nobody has access to that. There is millions upon millions of Bitcoin that are lost forever, which is kind of scary to think. But at the same time, it's one of the reasons that Bitcoin in the end will still be considered a store of value, because people just keep losing it and there's no way to get it back. That is until they attempt to centralize Bitcoin, giving specific authorized users the ability to, let's say, cancel a hacked transaction. And therein lies the difference between what I consider a centralized platform and a decentralized platform. Is there access through the code to get back into the system if your system is hacked, or if funds are illegally transferred from one wallet to another. You'll need cooperation across many platforms in order to make sure that funds aren't hacked from one database, turned into another coin, and then moved to another platform, you know, moving it from, let's say, you know, one coin to another, that other coin being more of a privacy coin, untraceable. Once they get it out of the hacked coin, then it's pretty much gone. Unless you have back-end support with the other companies to where the funds are being funneled to. So it's a pretty crazy time to be invested in cryptocurrency right now, especially if you're going after some of the mid-tier, you know, the ones that are kind of out of the top 100. You know, I don't necessarily suggest putting a large lion's share of your investment portfolio into any real iffy white papers or teams. You know, make sure that you have a way to contact them, make sure that they're consistently working on the project and that they've got a good GitHub going. You just need to always be doing your research. That's going to be one of the main things with this channel, is just to continue to tell people you must do your research. That's really key. Is you can listen to every person that's talking about it, but you don't have any idea whether or not they have some vested interest to either pump it or dump it at the time that they're giving you specific information. So make sure if you do hear something, if you do see someone retweeting, make sure that you verify that the retweets are coming from a verified account and that they're not, you know, free giveaways from spam accounts. The cryptocurrency industry right now is primarily unregulated. So, you know, if you're doing business on a large scale, there's going to be a lot of hesitation on your end to be, you know, floating money into projects that are more questionable than not. So just be sure to protect yourself and be cautious. And, you know, I'd like to start some conversations down in the comment section. If you guys have anything you want to talk about, if you agree with what I'm saying, or if you disagree for that matter. I noticed on one of my other videos we got a good amount of dislikes, and that doesn't bother me. If anything, I really appreciate the interaction between myself and the XRP community, because it's the only way for us to exchange ideas and to move this whole situation forward, is to communicate and to be open and try to be honest with each other. You know, whether or not the ruling from FinCEN is going to have any standing on a potential ruling that comes in from the SEC in regards to Ripple and XRP, who knows? We are, a lot of people say that we're in it on the ground floor. Sorry to say, we missed the ground floor, and we're actually coming in on floor 1. And that's okay. You don't have to be scared of floor 1, because if you could think about the evolution and the building of a business, or a building of a structure, really, you have to start with the foundation. And if you don't put the right concrete in place, if you don't use the right steel, if you don't use the right rebar, then your foundation is going to be rocky and it'll break once you start to really build on top of it. And I think that's one of the things that the Ripple and the XRP teams are doing, is with Codius and Cobalt and XVIA and XRapid and XDirect and XCurrent, I'm sorry. This is an amazing time to be getting in. We're seeing some losses. Anyone who's been invested since the beginning of 2018, you've pretty much put money in, unless you're a swing trader, and it has done the opposite of what we were all hoping. And if you're a long-term investor, then there's nothing to be worried about. If you got in this hoping for a 2-week 10x, then sorry to say, that's not going to happen. Definitely like, share, subscribe, comment down below. I think that's a really important thing. And I think I forget to say this in every one of my videos, but I am not a financial advisor, but I'm sure you can tell that. So good luck, keep investing, stay strategic, and stay strong, and enjoy this beautiful Monday. Thanks, guys.